one of these guys graduated next year. He came to give a talk on the Financial Management Association, and I happened to be the faculty sponsor at that point. I didn't even know he was coming. Students arranged who was coming. And unbeknownst to me, he comes and he says, last year Esser told me this. And I said, man, come on, he's bullshitting. I told him that if they had even mediocre Excel skills, they would be at the top 5% of their workplace. And he says, oh, he wasn't exaggerating enough. He did once, he was working for Chase. At that point, it was just Chase. It wasn't with JP Morgan yet. He did one spreadsheet that was so useful. They ended up starting using it in all branches of Chase in the United States. Okay, 2 years after that, there was a big recession, big crash. Guess who didn't get fired from Chase in Lexington? This guy. Most of the branch was gone. Why? Because he did something that's not easy to replace. If it's going to cost me as an employer to replace Pablo, I'm going to think twice about it. But if it's not going to cost me too much, mango, peach, fine. Both yellowish, sweet fruits, okay? I mean, I would prefer one of them, but that's about it. All right, Tom? Okay. David Kelly? Okay. And you don't want to do any double with insurance? You don't want to do any double with insurance? When are you graduating? Well, then you don't have enough time. But had I met you earlier, you probably would have graduated at the same time with a double. Piper? Oh, I skipped one of you. You're not Piper, okay? No, no, you are, but he's not. Okay. So do I, but somebody has to finance me. Yeah. I want something simple. I'm a pretty good chef. My restaurant, if I, once both of my kids graduate college, I'll have some funds to do it. They're both out of state, so it's not cheap. It's simple. There's gonna have 5 or 6 tables. You come in and you eat what I cook. There is no menu. You don't like it? No food for you. That's it. Michael Maynard. Maynard. Oh, you missed that part. You introduce yourself, who you are, where you're from, what's your major, what are you gonna be when you grow up. Yeah, so would I. Can I give you the biggest hint? Don't have any kids. If I had not had any kids, and after seeing the product of the public education, until I came to EKU, I'm a socialist. I was against sending my kids to private school. First semester, I saw the product of the Kentucky public education. I said, I changed my mind. I'm still a socialist, but I'm going to send my kids to private school. Had I not had those kids, I probably would have had a house with at least $1 million equity in it now, by now, including all the interest costs and stuff, all paid up. That's how to be financially secure. Trayson, so what do you want to be? CPA, maybe? CMA? Are you in public accounting or management? Okay. No, CFO is a title. CFA and CPA and CMA are designations. Oh, you want for CFA? Then you should definitely get either CPA or CFA designation or both, primarily. Hmm. Okay. Uh, Peak. And it would not be a bad idea, given how the market is going, to learn something about AI or machine learning type applications. You don't have to be a coder, but there's a lot of what these people call low code or no code applications. Not a bad idea. My son is the senior at UC San Diego. He's doing that sort of stuff. The market is changing. So if you're going to be, especially in something like supply chain, that's going to be definitely all AI pretty soon, if it's not already. I mean, at some point, 10 years ago, if you're an expert in supply chain management, the way Walmart does things, you were golden. Now, if you know those things, you're going to be a mango. The people who are going to be unfireable are going to be people who at least understands what sort of AI or machine learning stuff is going on. And in general, logistics is ideal for that because the problems of logistics are, mathematically speaking, we call them NP hard. Uh, the computational burden increases exponentially, essentially, instead of polynomially. P being a to the power p instead of polynomial. It's rather different. A lot of algorithms used to be heuristic algorithms. I mean, we can't prove that they actually do it all the time, but most of the time they do. For example, genetic algorithms. But now AI is actually learning about the problem. And it's relatively complicated stuff. You don't have to know how it is done, but at least have some understanding of where things come from, because most of the logistics business is going to be AI and machine learning based. I'll bet anything I have on that. So if you are kind of cognizant about some of that stuff, that's going to help you out. Otherwise, you're just going to be a cog in a wheel. And if that's what you want to be, again, there is nothing wrong with that. When I say things like that, don't think that I'm ridiculing those. If that's what you want to be, fine. Some people want to go to work, want to be told what to do, they do it, get paid, go home. There is nothing wrong with that. And whether or not you'll be fulfilled internally, that's a different issue. I mean, I wouldn't be because I'm not very good at taking orders. I have to be the one who creates what's to be done. Not just because I can, I just want to. I don't like asking other people's help. I don't like doing what other people tell me. You know, that's who I am. That's one of the reasons I teach because I can do it the way I want. If I was in the industry and I had issues like that, I was working for an American investment bank in London, and I was the star salesperson on the derivatives desk. I basically came in, tripled their sales they made in the previous year in 6 months, and they came up with this product. I look at it. I said, I'm not selling this to my clients. And the managing partner comes and says, who are you working for, your clients or for me? I said, my clients. But I could afford to say it because with that track record, I could go to any firm and do the same business and my clients would come with me. But if I had not had that track record, I would have quit. I'm not going to do something that I don't agree with. But at that point, I didn't have kids. I could have afforded that. Had I had kids and not that have track record, I could have said, okay, I'll try. And, those products actually would have bankrupted some of my clients had they bought it. It was products related to Russia. This is back in 98 before they defaulted on their loans. I'm sorry, they declared a moratorium. That means if you want to be paid, I'll pay you in rubles, not in dollars or euros. And that is what it is. All right. And last but definitely not least, Rosita. All right. Now, let's talk about the class a little bit. I have this nasty habit. My contract starts on August 15th, and I don't get any work done before August 15th. I mean, today I have to, obviously, but uh, I haven't done the syllabus yet, but I'll have it uh, sometime tomorrow. But briefly, let's talk about what we're going to do this semester in this class. Since they kind of stuck this class to me without my approval, I am the one who created this class about 14 years ago. And I taught it then. I haven't taught it since. Uh, Basically, what we're going to do is we will do groups of four, assuming our number doesn't change.